You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
What's up, Ronnie Boo?
We didn't even coordinate this. I'm just realizing now you're in a black hoodie and I'm in a white hoodie.
It's a charcoal gray.
You're in a dark hoodie and I'm in a white hoodie.
Mom got me this for my birthday. It's apparently says very expensive. It's like this velvet shit with matching pants and.
You know what
like
it is? It's a juicy couture sweat outfit. It's the male juicy sweat outfit.
I never thought of that.
It's a matching suede.
But it's actually nice though.
No, not suede. What's this called? Velvet. It's a matching velvet tracksuit.
It says old man Jewish.
You're with a Boca grandpa at the country club. That's what you are.
So I'm not wearing it.
No, it's actually cool. Like I like it.
I think isn't it a little hype?
Yes, it is. Like it's actually cool. It doesn't have the pinstripe down the side. That would be the old man.
No,
version.
this is stylish.
Like the Adidas version.
Big sunglasses.
I like it. It's nice, but I just realized that it's like
it's
you're
nice.
becoming an old Jewish man. You're wearing a matching sweat outfit.
I mean,
you either have to be like a black dude or an old Jewish man, but to pull that off.
Or a podcast guy like me.
But you are an old Jewish man.
No, I'm going to be 55. That's not old.
Yeah, it kind of is. You're on your back 9. You're in your back like 5 at this point. Because speaking of, in 2 days, well, once this podcast comes out, you'll have already turned 56. Right. This is your birthday
55.
episode. Oh, really?
Yeah, dick.
I thought you were already 50. Oh, I wasn't trying to be a dick.
I know you're not, but I'm calling you dick. So, should I keep it or should I return it?
You're wearing it. No, and you already spilled on it.
No, it's all clean. I just put the tags on. I just put it on 10 minutes ago.
So you're wearing an outfit right now just for the podcast?
No, I'm trying.
And you had to mention that it was expensive. So you're wearing just an expensive outfit for the hype.
Keep it?
Do what you want to do. If you like it, then keep it. It doesn't matter what I think.
It's all right. I'm already sweating my ass off in it.
Yeah, I mean, you're wearing the matching pants. At least I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but no shorts.
You're so cool. Why aren't you wearing the daddy issue sweatshirt?
Because it's in Miami.
Okay.
I didn't bring it back with me.
So,
it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday in 2 days.
Yeah. But once this episode comes out, because we're pre-recording this episode.
Correct.
And why are we doing that, Dad?
Because I'm going out of town, Bronny.
Where are you going? No, it's a cool
I'm going
trip
to this place called the Beckham Cave Hotel. It's in Arkansas. It's like 4-bedroom, big area, and it's got all the amenities, bathrooms, everything, but it's in a cave. The whole thing's a cave. So I found it about a year ago on like Netflix. Had this like extreme, unique destination vacations, and it's cool. And if you were to book it now, you couldn't. It's like March or April 2023 to get in.
So you're like it's literally in a cave. You don't have any sunlight during the day.
There's one area that's like sunlight with the front part of the cave, but yes, the whole thing is in a cave.
What do you do? Like, what are you planning on doing during the day? Do you go out? Is there a town? Is there anything?
Well,
or are you just
a little far away.
Are you just like a cave person for a week?
No, we're gonna go ahead and
notice how I said cave person, not caveman.
We are going to there's hiking, but it's gonna be fucking cold. Probably smoke cigars. We have a chef that's gonna come in and make our meals, and we're gonna hang and relax, talk. They'll drink. I'll eat.
Do you have to like climb around, or is it like all like in the cave? Do you have to like?
No, if you look it up.
What's it called?
Beckham Cave Hotel or something. Becham or something like that. Do you see it? Did it come up?
Beckham Cave Hotel.
Look at the website.
Beckham Creek Cave Lodge.
Look at the images. Look at the images. You'll see.
Oh, that's sick.
Isn't that sick?
Whoa.
Beautiful, right?
It's like okay. It's definitely a different type of cave than I was thinking of. It's a huge cave. Huge.
Oh, gorgeous, right?
Yeah, and it's like all done up for those who are listening. It's like, it looks like like James Bond evil villain lair.
Yeah.
It looks like a lair.
But you have to admit, it's pretty fucking cool.
It's super cool. So you have the whole place to yourself.
The whole place to ourselves.
That's the entrance.
Isn't that beautiful?
So you're just like going into a mountain. Yeah. The world's most luxurious cave.
It's got stalagmites and stalactites in it and everything.
Do you know what the difference between those is?
One goes from the ceiling down.
Right,
one goes from up. Stalactites go down.
Yeah, because stalagmite, you might trip on them. That's how I
got lucky.
That's how I remember.
I'm usually off on that. I'm not, but it's a pretty place.
That'll be very
reasonably priced, and there's not. It's in the Ozarks. Does that sound right?
Ozarks.
Yeah, it's in there.
Arkansas is in like. Is it Arkansas in the Ozarks? Yeah, I guess it is.
So there was food shopping, get lots of food, lots of alcohol, hang out, we'll smoke cigars, relax, and it's just a group, just to chill and hang.
That'll be cool.
But it's pretty though, right?
Ozarks is I've never been to Arkansas in my life. I've never been to
Arkansas
country.
ever. Me neither.
Never been to that area of the country. So any Arkansas listeners, John's coming to your state. I wonder if there are any Arkansas listeners.
So,
There's gotta be.
I know. So we're looking forward to that. But the problem is that today was like really cold in Florida, in the 40s.
You know,
I'm miserable.
Up even north in Florida today, it was in the 30s.
Yeah, I can't handle this.
Bryce is going to Disney this weekend, and it's going to be 29 degrees in Disney.
That's some fucked up shit.
If it rains, it'll snow.
How cool is that?
That's wild.
Yeah, I have a hard time with this cold weather. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally did not come indoors or did not go indoors today until 6 p.m. I was outside the entire day.
Yeah, I'm miserable. I don't like this weather.
Yeah, you're an old man. It is. You're an old man who can't deal with the cold and wears sweat outfits in Florida.
I don't like cold weather. I just don't like cold weather.
That's fine.
And so let's give a shout out to Carson and Kelly.
Carter and Kelly.
Go ahead, give a shout out, Brian.
Let's do this. Bronson, do it.
No, what's the name of their podcast?
Carter started a podcast with his father-in-law called Generational Gap. They were Daddy Issues fans and listeners, and they listened together, and they started their own podcast based on inspired by our podcast. And they reached out to us the other day,
which is very nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we came on their podcast and had a great time chatting with the two of them. So shout out
to them
because I know they're listening.
Good luck to you guys. We think it's great. I think it's very nice for a father-in-law and son-in-law to have that.
And I hope you guys have another strip club night. They'll know what I'm talking about.
Yes, they will.
It's a little inside joke. We have inside jokes with our fans now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bronny Bo?
Good. I this might be the first time we're recording an episode so in advance. It's gonna be weird. The whole world might be different by the time this comes out from today, because today, not like I don't really want to talk about this much, but remember last episode we were talking about how Russia then there's probably gonna be a war, and I was like,
yes,
who knows what's gonna happen? And then today, Biden yesterday, the U.S. State Department's called out all of the officials in the Ukraine, so they like to leave. They're bringing them back to America. So
who did this?
The U.S. State Department.
Why?
Said to the embassy staff,
"Oh, our
leave.
people." Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Come home.
Okay.
It's not safe.
Okay.
That's a problem.
That's an issue.
Then the next day,
are they coming home?
Yeah, and then the next day, which is today, but it's old news for you guys listening. Biden announced, or he told the military to ready 8,500 soldiers to be sent to Eastern Europe.
And what's that going to do?
But the fact that we're even talking about deploying soldiers is so. Who knows? By the time this episode comes out, we might be in a world war. We don't know. So I just wanted to acknowledge that in case when this episode comes out and you guys are like, how are you not talking about that a nuclear bomb went off in Kiev? It's because this is a week ahead. I hope that doesn't happen. That'll never happen.
Hopefully.
God, that would be horrible. I think that all the world governments, like these country governments, are so eager for a war because they need it that everyone's fucking pugnacious. Like everyone's so ready for this because we've seen this has been 5 days and it's already escalated to the point where we're about to send troops. That's very fast. 2 years ago, when China was invading Hong Kong to take over and literally killing people in the streets, we were just like, wow, that's horrible. We didn't do anything. We just ignored it. 4 years ago, when Russia was invading the Crimea and took it over, we were like, that's horrible. But we didn't do anything. Now, why now? Within 3 days, we're like, oh, we're going to war. We're doing it. And everyone's mobilizing. The UK, the UN today, the UN and the EU both
what's EU?
Yelled at Russia, the European Union.
Okay.
Both said to Russia, if you invade Ukraine, there will be serious sanctions, the likes we've never seen before.
And what did Russia say?
Russia's not saying anything. Russia's not doing anything. They just keep mobilizing more troops. But the fact that everyone is so eager for war, it's been 1 week that there have been these threats, and now we're sending troops. It's like, that's not how we've done things ever before. So it's like, it makes me think they want war. Everyone wants war.
It'll be interesting. I don't know. It's a little scary, though. It's a little scary. Because everyone's such a powerhouse now. So, it's not like...
No one's a powerhouse.
Everyone's strong.
Oh, in that regard.
That's what I'm saying. It's
But
not
if
like-
everyone's strong, there's no powerhouses. That's the thing.
No, but you understand. But
It's an even playing field for everyone.
No, but it's bad because it's so powerful. It's not like America was the power one and everyone else kowtow.
But that is bad. It's better when everyone's even, because when one person's the strong one and everyone isn't, then you're the bully.
But I was okay with America being the bully.
Yeah, but the rest of the world wasn't. That's why most of the world hates America, and that's why there are more terrorism attacks in America than any other country. There aren't.
Well, they do it because America's with the freedom. That's why.
They do it because we're free.
Because-
No, they do it because we bullied them for 78 years.
No, I don't agree with that.
Oh, it's just a fact.
Okay.
Why do you think it's always Middle East terrorists? Why don't we have Venezuelan terrorists? Why don't we have Madagascar terrorists?
Why do the Middle East terrorists go after Israel?
No, but what I'm saying is,
Israeli.
okay, I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking
But they
about
didn't
America.
bully them.
But Middle East terrorists don't go after Japan. They don't go after Zimbabwe. They go after America more than any other country because we're fucking in their land for 20 years.
No, because we're free.
Because we're bullies.
No, because
they don't go
we're
after
free and capitalism, and they despise that.
They don't go after Brazil. Brazil's free and
Who's
capitalistic
going after Brazil? There's nothing in Brazil. Why go after Brazil?
because they're free and capitalistic.
No, but they want to take down the leader. That's what they want.
No, I think that's
Yes.
just.
All right, I disagree.
Then
with
why
that.
don't they go after Russia? Russia's a huge powerhouse. Why don't they go after China? China's more powerful than us. If they want to take down the power,
because they can't because America stands for something different than Russia and China does, and they don't. And Russia and China would America's weak. Okay, and
America's weak, but we're also a powerhouse.
let me finish if you let me finish, I'll tell you. If they try to go after Russia, China, it would be done. It would annihilate the Middle East. They wouldn't tolerate that. America's weak where it's like, you got to talk it out. We got to do a strategic type of war. We got to make sure that some people don't die. That's where, so they will keep doing that. They'll do that for the rest of life. That's what they'll do. They'll
But you're
keep taking
saying
down
two
America.
opposite things. You're saying they're coming after us because we're weak and we'll let them. And then they're also coming after us because we're the power and we're.
Because we represent freedom and capitalism and things like that, correct? And they're not the same
I
thing.
think this is just
They're
your
not-
brain. I think this is American propaganda brainwashing.
Okay.
Because. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to get into all that.
Okay.
We've talked about the military-industrial complex and that. I mean, America isn't even. We're not. It's all like a sham. What we are, the freedom and powerhouse of the world and the world police and bringing fairness to the world. That's all the facade for the back end military-industrial complex and moguls and all that shit.
I actually feel sad for you if that's what you really think, and at the age of 25 years of age that you are so stilted and so anti-America.
I'm not anti-America. That's just the matter of
in
fact.
that regard. I don't know. It's not a matter of fact. I don't agree.
Oh, it 100% is.
It 100% is not.
It is.
Not.
It's factual that the only reason we went into this is factual. The only reason we invaded in Afghanistan in the first place, in Iraq and Iran 20 years ago was they say it was for weapons of mass destruction. Not a single one was found. Not a single one. It was for oil and money. That was the only reason we invaded.
Okay. That's a different issue when I'm talking about how you are tainted by thinking that America doesn't stand for freedom and liberties and whatever.
You always. I mean, the whole reason, the whole thing that Trump ran on was draining the swamp, the deep state. It's all a sham. The government isn't your friend. They are there. They'll pretend you are, but they're in it for their own pockets.
They're different. Listen, those are different.
That's
issues.
one of the times that few times that I do agree with Trump.
No, but those are different issues. I'm talking about America. Still, there's freedoms here. There's capitalism. There's,
sure.
There's rights you have.
I mean, they're kind of our freedoms and there's kind of our rights.
Okay.
When we want them, there are. Because one day the government decided that you don't have the right to go into your office.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying, though, Bronson? But I'm just saying for you to.
I don't view it as in a pessimistic way. I just view it as that's the state of the world. But I don't just think of it as in America. That's just what governments are. That's just what power is. I don't think of about it in a bad way. And it doesn't make me not like America. I just think that's what power is. When people are in power, they trick the people that they're ruling into thinking that it's good so that they can do what they want to do. I think that's exactly what the Catholic Church does. I think it's exactly what the U.S. government does. It's just powerful people use propaganda.
I don't
to
disagree
convince
with
the
that.
people that they're controlling
I don't disagree with that.
It's all good for good.
I'm not saying that our government is doing it for all good. I'm saying, but there's certain values and things about America. There's certain.
I think there were. I don't know if they're as strong as
the
they
American
used to be.
people. There's a voice to the American people. There's whether you like it or whether you agree or disagree with the voice being spoken and so forth. I still think there's still some good about America. Do we have our problems? Yes. Do I think our government's a joke? Yes, but it's not. I still have hope for America in many ways, and I still what America stands for, and how you can build a life and create a certain wealth here and family and values and education and healthcare that's still better than any other country.
Yeah, maybe it's better than any other country. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I don't know if it isn't, or I don't know if it is. That might just be what we're told.
Well, you're 25 years old.
I'm not saying all I'm saying is I don't know. I'm not saying
okay.
I never said once that America's bad. I just said that a lot of what the government does is malicious. That doesn't make America bad. There's a difference.
I think the government's very corrupt.
There's a difference between America and the government too.
Right.
America is us. That's not bad. But the U.S. government is bad.
Okay.
All right. How did we get on that? Oh, because I was saying the whole world might be different by the time that this comes out.
Right.
And it might. Who knows?
We
Hopefully
always
it's
go on
not.
these tangents anyway.
Hopefully it's not. I was scrolling through Facebook today. I don't know why. I was trying to find something old on my Facebook wall, and I came across a memory that I completely forgot even existed, and I just wanted to bring it up because it was such an awesome part of my high school experience. So I don't remember if you, or I don't know if you remember that I did this, but in high school, we organized a school-wide game of tag, and the whole school participated.
How cool is that?
Participate.
How cool is that?
It started small, and then it kept growing.
They were not allowed that today.
We did it bi-week. We did it every other week. And so we first started it, there were 20 of us. It was just me and my friends. My friend Sammy came up with the idea, and it was just the 20 of us. And we created a Facebook page where you could, we were we're playing tag today. And if you liked the post, that meant you were participating in the game. And so you would track who was playing the game during the day. And one person would start as it at the when the first bell rang. And then whenever someone would get tagged, you would have to update in the group. So if I tagged so-and-so, if I was it and I tagged so-and-so, I would have to say Bronson tagged Zach at 9:04.
You got to watch out for Zach.
Right. So you would get updates. Oh shit, Zach's it now. So you got to watch out for Zach. And then by the end of the day, whoever was it at the end had to buy donuts for the rest of the group the next day. That was if you lost, you had to buy donuts.
Wouldn't it have been easier to text the group, have a group in a text?
Yeah, but
so it's instantaneous, supposed to having to log on Facebook and everything.
But back then, I mean, by the end there were over 100 people playing. If you
couldn't keep adding,
you can't keep 100 people in a group chat. That's just so we did a Facebook group, or Group Me would have been better actually too. But I just saw that and I was like, that was such an awesome thing that we did, and that was such an underrated thing. That should be every school should participate.
Did you chase each other in school?
We had
wouldn't
rules.
Allow that today.
We had rules. You couldn't chase inside. If you were in an indoor area, you couldn't chase. You could tag, but you couldn't chase. You couldn't enter a classroom to tag someone else, because then you were disrupting class.
Okay, can't get
so
out.
if I was in third period and I saw Brandon was it, he couldn't run in and tag me while I was in a class. It had to be out in hallways or in the courtyard or on the field or wherever. But if you got a teacher's permission, you could go into it. We had a whole rule book.
Did the teachers allow it?
The teachers were part of it too sometimes. Look, so I have the whole thing here. We had a whole rule book, and each week we would update the rules. We had no tag backs, no safe zones, no alliances, no out of bounds. This is our first one.
No safe zones.
September 8th, 2013. Whoever is it at 3:49 will pay for the donuts. Like the status to participate.
Can you tell who lost?
For that one? No, I don't. There were 89 comments for this, so I'll have to. I don't want to read through all of them. But that was 8 years ago. And then we kept having to update rules. Here's new rules. We will play this is from September 10th. We will play an assassin-style tag game. To tag a person, you have to touch them and whisper "tag" into their ear. If they notice you, you cannot tag them. To avoid arguments, I will define notice by the person trying not to be tagged clapping and then pointing at it. Oh, I remember you had to go like that because we didn't want people being chased around the school because then we would have
get in trouble.
We would have gotten in trouble. So we made it that you had to be. The only way you could get tagged is if you were not if you were snuck up on. So then you were always on the lookout. And so if you were it and I saw you coming, I would go it. And then you couldn't tag me because I noticed you. That was so funny. If it is noticed but no clapping takes place, it is fair game to tag. The game will begin at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I will start as it. We will create a group chat. The cooldown on tagging is 10 minutes and there are no tag backs. Oh, that's another rule because we realized that if we were in a group and one person was it and they tagged you and then you could tag the other person and then it was like a brawl.
It's stupid, yeah.
It was like an all-out frenzy. So we made it that
10-minute cooldown period.
Right. If once you became it, you can't tag a person for 10 full minutes.
Right. So you could
and then everyone could get distance and you don't have to be like, oh shit,
pretty
I gotta run away.
Pretty clever.
And we literally we played for 2 years. We played a game every other week of tag.
Wow, that's a lot.
I never lost. I never had to buy the donuts.
What's the photo?
Oh, someone posted 5 years later when the movie Tag came out, and they were like, they stole our idea. Remember that movie Tag came out?
Yep.
But I just saw that today, and I was like, what a fun thing that we did.
Wow.
And I miss just being a kid and doing fun shit like that. And just coming up with stuff.
Remember when you did Reno 911?
Yeah, that was
for Halloween. That was very funny.
And now you couldn't do that shit at schools.
They wouldn't allow it.
And if you were playing a game, you couldn't do it because you'd be excluding people. And tag is probably
unauthorized touching.
Right. And tag is even
it's one
a white supremacist
dominating the other one.
Exactly,
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
it's fucking retarded.
It comes from slave times when white people would. Yeah.
Right, the caveman days when they would call cavemen instead of cave people.
Another political thing that I saw today, which this one's actually crazy. And then we can go on of off of political shit. Not that tag is political. These headlines were all over today. There's a California senator, Democratic state senator Scott Wiener, introduced a bill into the state of California that would make it that 12 kids, 12 and older, can get vaccines, COVID and others, without parents' permission or knowledge. Literally.
They're a minor.
So it says, if passed, the legislation wouldn't, this is from USA Today, a bill in California would allow children ages 12 and older to be vaccinated without their parents' consent. If passed, the legislation would ensure California has the youngest age of any state when children can make their own decisions about vaccines. California currently allows children 12 and older to, without parental consent, get the human papilloma virus and Hep B virus. Human papilloma virus and Hep B vaccines, along with treatment of STDs and other medical care. Oh, so they already. But I don't know if.
No, as a parent, I want to make that decision.
But yeah, I guess.
No, you're. I
see the other side too.
No.
What if you're a 15-year-old? And your parents, so HPV is a great example. That's a great one because that's I got an HPV shot. You should get it when you are sexually active because it's a sexual virus that can kill you. It's a cancer, but you get it sexually. Let's say you're 16 and your parents are super religious and they're like, my kid's not having sex, not at all. I know they're not going to have sex. I will never allow them to, but kids are going to do what they're going to do. That 16-year-old, if they're smart enough to be like, not only am I having sex, but I want to do it safely, so I want to get this HPV shot because I don't want to get cancer. I think that 16-year-old should be allowed to do that. So there's I see both sides. A 12-year-old's a whole different story. But 16, 17, a 17-year-old should be able to be even if their parents are anti-vaxxer, you're not going to get the chickenpox vaccine because we think it gives kids autism, right? Remember all that shit? Mm-hmm. If you're 17 and you're like, I want the chickenpox vaccine, you should be able to do that.
I don't disagree, but there's a strong argument for the other side too. You're underage.
Okay.
No, you're underage. As a minor, your parents are responsible for you. You can't bind yourself to any illegal agreements. You can't get married. You can't incur debt and liabilities. You can't. I said you can't bind yourself. So why should you make?
But you can also do a lot of things. Just because you're not an
Like?
adult to the state, but that you can do so many things.
like.
Have sex, drive,
Okay, but I'm talking
buy
about,
things,
But I'm talking
pay
about
taxes.
you can't pay taxes.
Yes, when you buy something, you pay sales tax.
No, but you understand what I'm saying. Listen, but meaning you're still a minor, and your parents, for example, what if they say, again, I don't know the answer to this, but the kid says, I want to get sex change. Parents say no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just tricky because on the one hand, I do think there are some parents that make bad decisions.
Yes.
And the fact that there are stupid, ignorant people who are just in control of a person that might not be stupid or ignorant and are just in control of their life, that's not fair. Just by sheer circumstance, right? Like you're just born to this person.
But that's your life.
And you're
You can-
17.
but
right, but isn't the whole point
life's
of
not
this
fair.
But isn't the whole point of the state, if you believe in government and what a government
I
should
do
be?
not believe the government should get involved.
No, I'm not saying get involved. The whole point of the state should be, isn't
they
it
are.
to provide a safe place for its
But
citizens?
they are getting involved. They're stepping in.
No, they're saying you can do this is almost libertarian in a sense.
No, they're
it's saying you can do whatever you want to do. It's
No,
almost
they're
Republican.
saying to the kid, you don't have to listen to your parent. You can do what you want.
Right, you can do what you want. It's
No.
the ultimate freedom. They're not forcing the kid. They're not saying all kids need to get vaccines. They're saying you as a 16-year-old, now you have more freedom in this country.
Well,
I'm kind of for that.
Excuse me. What's the difference between why 12, 14, 16, or 17?
There's a huge difference between 12 and 17. There objectively is.
Most
Most 12-year-olds haven't gone through puberty.
Listen,
Most
you want-
17-year-olds have had sex. There's a huge difference.
What if a 12-year-old is having sex?
Right. Of course, there's always what ifs.
I'm
But
just saying.
that's why
I don't know. I don't know my take on that one. I really don't know my take on it because I think someone's 17. You hope it's responsible, but they're all responsible 17-year-olds that are fucking idiots or 17-year-olds.
Of course, and there are 70-year-olds that are fucking idiots.
But you're still you have a lot more life experience at 7 years of age. You're supporting yourself. You're a contributor more likely than not to society. You can bind yourself. You're a age of majority. Big difference than a 15-year-old or 16.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me likes the idea of this is just more freedoms because they're not forcing anyone to do anything. They're just giving more freedoms.
But they're
to the
taking
kid.
But they're taking away parental freedom, parental choices.
Control, not freedom.
Not control. Yes, you're a fucking minor. You're my child. I'm going to make decisions for you. Yes. Welcome to the world.
No, but see, here's the difference. This is the difference with that. I think the state should have no say in any of it. So the fact that it was even illegal beforehand is like the fact that the government is telling kids what they can and can't do. I've never agreed with. I think parents should be able to tell kids what they can and can't do, and hopefully you're a good enough parent that your kid respects your
And
wishes.
sometimes you're a bad parent. That's
Right.
the way it is.
Yeah, okay, but then parental rights mean nothing. A kid's going to do what they want to do anyways.
No. Parental rights have a lot to do.
Right, but it's not legal. Like if you say to your kid, like you can ask your kid to do and not to do whatever you want. The kid's going to hopefully listen or not.
No, if they don't listen, I'm like, get the fuck out. Period.
Right. Okay.
Support yourself. Fucking, I don't need to fucking take care of you. Get the fuck out.
Okay. And so all I'm saying is the state is making it not their problem. The state's saying it's between the kids and the parents. We're not getting involved.
No, the state is saying a 16-year-old, it's legal for a 12-year to get the shot.
No, they're saying it's legal for a kid to do what they want to do.
So the state is getting involved.
No, beforehand, the state's involved when they're saying you can't do it.
Okay, Bronson.
They're saying we don't know what you're doing now.
No.
You don't see the difference?
The state is not. I don't think state's getting involved.
In Florida, it's illegal for a 14-year-old to walk in and get a vaccine without a parent's signature. That's the state being involved in the parent.
I think that's state not being saying we say we defer to we're not going to get involved in the family dynamics that's between the parent and their child on what they want to do.
See, I think this is saying this is
this is now saying we are getting involved in the parental family group and saying we can have the kids oppose the parents. Fuck that.
They're saying this is up to the kids and the parents. Yeah.
No, they're saying the kids could oppose the parents.
Right.
Because
sure. That's a way to word
no,
it.
because Bronson,
You can word it also, the kids can do what they want. not the kids can oppose the parents. Sure, they're saying the same thing, but they're worded differently.
No, the reality is you live under my roof. You do what I tell you.
Yeah, you would hope, and hopefully you're a good enough parent that your kid agrees with that.
Even if you're a bad parent, that's the way it is. And then when you're 18, you move out on your own and you fucking do what you want to do.
Right, but when it comes to life and death, there's the difference.
Okay, but Bronson,
what if you're a kid?
why? Where did you draw the line? 14? Kids are 14.
I don't know.
Plenty of kids having sex.
I don't know. But I'm not saying one thing is right or wrong. I'm not making a definitive answer. I'm just saying I see both sides. I understand there are situations where there are people like that's why with medical stuff it's tricky because it can literally be life or death. And some adults have ideas that might be fully wrong. And what if it leads to someone's death?
Okay, but it happens. Even religious beliefs. What about medical treatment? Some parents said,
right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying like surgery, things like that. It happens. This is I don't know. Then maybe I don't know the answer to that, but I think that parents, excuse me, should have the first choice in how to raise their children, and not give the government to circumvent that and say the kids can do what they want to do. And that's I look at them getting involved.
But also, I'm sure there are some. Like here's a great example. There are times where doctors have a duty to intervene and do right like a Hippocratic oath even.
But then they have to get the state involved.
Like if a kid is dying and parents aren't gonna treat the kid or whatever, and a doctor and the kid's in the hospital, the doctors will save the kid's life regardless if the parents want it or not. What is that if no difference than this?
Well, there's so many different variables, so many different factors.
Right, that's why I'm saying
different.
Exactly, there are so many different variables and so many different factors. That's why I kind of respect the government being like, "Look, it's not up to us. Where there's so many different variables, so many different factors. No. We're giving you the freedom to decide." I kind of like that.
No,
I'm all about individual freedoms.
They're getting involved in your home. That's what they're doing.
I think they're removing their involvement from their home.
No, they're getting involved.
We'll agree to disagree because we've gone in circles on that one.
No, they will get. They're 100% getting involved.
By saying you do what you want to do,
if they said you can't until you're 18 unless your parents give a consent, that's
getting involved.
That's not getting involved.
It's getting involved in that kid's life. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, our homies.
Best product there is, I gotta tell you.
And homies is like just men, so maybe homettes, is that what it be? I don't know. But
or if you're homely, you're not using the product anyway.
If you're homely?
Homely mean like, yeah.
But everyone should use the product because they're great.
Men and women.
Absolutely.
And you can have fun with Manscaped too because you can like do it on each other.
Sure. Or you can like use the Lawnmower 4.0, which is their new product. It's great. You can use it to even shave like decorations into your chest.
Or just shave
or on your balls. Imagine it. Don't people do like landing strip, right? Isn't that a thing?
The chicks do that.
Yeah.
Not guys.
But I could do like an arrow. I could like shave my chest with the lawnmower into an arrow that's pointing down to my dick. So when like women, when I'm in bed with someone and they take my shirt off,
they'll leave.
Like, boop, 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 boop. It like leads them right down.
They'll leave. I'm telling you right now.
But I do use my Lawnmower 4.0 all the time to shave my balls, my ass, my chest, to trim. And then to go shave real good, I use their Ultra Smooth package.
Which is the best.
Just that little razor with the nice gels.
It's hard to get by it, so it's such hot demand.
I know. So if you guys are interested in Manscaped's great products, head over to manscaped.com. You'll get, with our code, which is DaddyIssues20, you'll get free shipping and 20% off on all their awesome products. Obviously, you guys know the Performance Package 4.0 is where it's at. You'll get the Lawnmower 4.0, which is their state-of-the-art trimmer with the skin-safe technology. It's waterproof. It's got the light, wireless charging, all the good shit.
I love the nose and ear trimmer. That shit's awesome.
Right. It comes with the Weed Whacker as well for that, for your nose and your hair. Check out their awesome like products as well, not just their tech. They got
great hair products.
Yeah. 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, body wash, all with their refined scent, which is really, really good. And if you like that scent, check out their cologne as well. The refined cologne is what I use every weekend when I go out. So once again, head over to manscaped.com, use the code DaddyIssues20, you'll get 20% off and free shipping.
No, you
want to say to that 17-year-old, we're making decisions for you.
No, the parent is.
No.
The parent's making decisions for you.
Right, but then again, that's another thing. That kid is losing freedoms.
Okay.
With this, the kid's gaining freedoms. I'm all about people having as many freedoms as possible, to be honest. If they fuck up their lives and they make bad decisions with that freedom, so be it. But who is a stranger in government to control a 16-year-old?
Don't you understand the government's, Bronson, you see it completely the fucking opposite.
Yeah.
And you're wrong.
Okay.
A parent and their children under the roof of their household. The government's not getting involved saying it's between you're a minor, you have to get your parents' consent. That's the government not getting involved. The minute the government says, doesn't matter what your parents say, you as a child can make your own decision, the parent is getting involved. I mean, the government's getting involved. It's completely different.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I don't think they should get involved. But I do agree that there are some 17-year-olds that are very mature, and there's some 21-year-olds that are very immature. So I don't know how to handle on a case-by-case basis. I don't know. These laws are all messed up. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I'm of the mindset that the more or the less laws, the better. So the less restrictions, the better. Across the board, in my opinion. And of course, there's going to be some downsides to that because nothing's ever perfect. So of course, there are going to be some downsides. But government removing rules is a plus for me. I'll always support that. Rather, removing a restriction is a very rare thing for a government to do. So if this goes through, I'm in support of it. I don't know if a 12-year-old should be going around getting medical procedures without their parents' permission. But then again, if the 12-year-old's doing that, then you fucked up as a parent. If your 12-year-old running off to the doctor to get shot up, but from a bunch of things without telling you, there's something wrong with the relationship that you have with your kid.
Why? What if somebody truly believes in their religious beliefs and that for after generations that they don't believe in certain things?
So there's something wrong with your relationship with your kid.
No.
If your kid feels that they can't tell you about their medical procedure.
Let me finish. And the kid says because they are more modernized or Western, more modernized, and they say, I don't want to really do the religion. I want to defect, whatever it might be. I'm just not into it, and I want to get this procedure. And he talks to his parents. Parents say, no, we don't believe in that. This is our tradition. This is our culture. This is our religion. We don't believe. Now you're saying the kid's like, well, I disagree. And the kid goes and does. I would say, all right, when you live under your own roof, and you support yourself, then you could disagree. But as long as I support you, I don't care if you agree or disagree. These are my rules. Your view is the kid could say, bye-bye, fuck you, I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah, and then guess what? If your kid is saying, if you're a 12-year-old and you're saying to your dad, bye-bye, fuck you, I'm going to go do what I want to do, and then you go do that, you're a bad dad.
No, that's not true.
You raised the kid incorrectly.
That's not true. Bronson. Kids do things all the time opposite of what their parents say. You do it all the time opposite, or so do other boys. That's just the way it is. Kids push the envelope. They test the waters. They have a different view. They're younger. They're immature. They think they know better, whatever it is. It doesn't make you a bad parent or a bad kid. Those are just dynamics. I fucking opposed my parents all the time when I was younger. This is what you do.
Right.
Doesn't make you a bad child or parent.
I agree.
So if your kid says, no, I'm going to get the procedure, that doesn't make one bad or the other. It's just a difference in views.
Yeah. But so then what is the... Yeah. I don't know. I don't
know what the answer is. I'm just saying it doesn't make them bad.
No, but if your kid's getting medical procedures without your knowledge and never telling you, there's something wrong with that in the first place.
Okay, but probably how many...
Maybe not bad, but there's something wrong with that situation.
Listen, Bronson, we have a nice relationship. We could say whatever we want, good, bad, or indifferent. Most people, the parents and the children, don't talk and communicate the same way.
And that's bad. That's wrong. Okay.
We know it's
kids and parents should communicate openly.
But we know, Bronson,
that's all I'm saying.
But we know that, and we should, and life should be white picket fence and the unicorns. It's not reality. Sometimes people don't have the same communication skills, or a kid might say, "I feel uncomfortable talking to my father about it because he knows he's not going to like it and let me, so they're going to do it on my own anyway."
But see, also, if you raise your kid with the respect that you have for you, then the kid might. Even if you disagree, you're not going to do something so drastic as get a medical procedure. I don't know. These are all such what ifs, and I hate what ifs.
Okay, but Bronny, I'm just telling you that it's not so easy in black and white.
Right, and that's why.
And it's going to be things.
That's why everything we've said, we've both been like, yeah, I know, I don't know.
And it's going to be things that children are going to dislike what the parents did and vice versa, and you have to accept that it's just the way it is. And when you're older and you take care of yourself and you raise your own children, you'll do what you want with yourself, your life, and your children. But I always say, when Mom and I are under our roof, these are our rules. This is what we do. You know, and we're lucky. We have good boys. Plenty of kids rebel against their parents and they're immature. And then as they get older, they mature and they have a nice relationship with the parents. But I hear about the stories all the time. Oh, that kid was a terror when he was a teenager. Now he's a great kid. Just is what it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't make one bad or good. It just is what it is.
Right. I agree. All I'm saying is that if a kid is fearful to tell their parents of something,
that's normal, Bronson.
Right, but that doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good.
We all wish we weren't, but I have a question.
I'm not saying.
What about you in a relationship? What about you when you had
right? If you're afraid to say something in a relationship to your partner, that means there's something wrong in the relationship. No, that's a. How can you disagree with that?
What I'm saying is, it's very normal for people not to communicate so easily.
Normal doesn't mean good. Just because something's normal doesn't mean we should try to strive to make it better.
Good or bad,
but we should try to make that better.
Of course, we always should.
And that's all. That's what I'm saying.
We always should.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You said it's a bad parent or bad father, and I don't.
Bad situation.
I don't agree with you.
Maybe not bad parent. Bad situation.
I think
something
it's a bad
needs
situation.
to be mended. Something can be better.
I just think it's just part of the way. There's plenty of things you felt uncomfortable talking to me about. There were. I'm sure there were.
Yeah, but there was never a decision that I was fearful to do, and even ones that I were, I would still tell you.
But you have a very strong, unique personality. Most people aren't like that.
And that's something that we should work on.
We are trying. Our whole podcast is to tell people to speak their mind.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Just because something is the way it is doesn't mean that we can improve upon it.
Everybody should improve on it. Whatever it is they're doing, they should try to improve the next day.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
All right.
What else?
Well, we always do a fatherly advice. No, there was something. Well, we talked about the Patreon, about the whole going out, the party, and the wharf. We talked about the wharf on Patreon.
Oh, about our weekend.
Yes, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, what, just going to a bar on the weekend?
No, we're just talking about the difference in girls today growing up and the guys.
Oh, we did talk a lot about that on Patreon, right?
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
That was no big deal. But it's all good.
Yes. All right, so let's see. I have a couple fatherly advice for you. This is from Sarah. She said, I go to a very liberal law school, and as a conservative, I don't know how to express myself and offer my opinion without upsetting people or making them hate me. Most of my classmates are fairly volatile when it comes to anything conservative and will likely immediately deem me a racist if I say I'm a conservative. How do I speak up in class when people are being insane socialists without alienating most of my class? My dad tells me to just fuck them all and speak my mind, but doesn't realize I still have to go to school with these people for another year and a half. I mean, I think you also, just reading that, I think you also have your own. The fact that you called all your classmates insane socialists seems a little ridiculous as well. That's like how you said they'll call you racist for being conservative. You just deemed them all socialists. That doesn't seem fair. That seems like you're doing what they do, but go on.
But there's a slight difference.
How does she knows that every single one of her classmates is a socialist?
Okay. You understand? She's not talking about literally everybody.
Right, but she said it's a problem because if I'm conservative, they'll call me a racist. But she called them all socialists immediately because they're liberal. That's the same thing. Isn't it?
No, because I'm saying, how do you not know that she hears the comments? She has not spoken her mind. She has not spoken up based on what she's telling me. She's asking, how can she do that without being canceled or outcasted, so forth. I think they've all given their a lot from why she's feeling this way and asking this question, because she's getting a lot of opinions and people speaking up, which is showing their position and views. So she could make some sort of conclusory statement about the people because she's heard the comments. The other people have not heard her comment because she hasn't spoken up.
Right, I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is she's automatically assuming because there's no way that every single person in her class is socialist. I've met one socialist in my entire life. Just because someone's liberal doesn't mean they're socialist. She's afraid that they're going to equate conservative and racist, but she's equating liberal and socialist. That's the same thing. She's doing something wrong there.
Okay, but for all we know, right? We don't know the facts.
This is all we've
her conclusory statement of making that comment be based upon the fact that she hears what's going on in her class and she has not spoken up yet.
Yes.
And for her to bring this point up, there must be comments made in a tone, an underlying tone of what's going on with the comments and the views being spoken in class that is making her feel uncomfortable that she can't speak in her position because maybe comments were made if you are conservative, you are racist, whatever it might be, or white privilege and so forth, that therefore she's going to feel ousted, so she's not bringing it up.
Okay, so what should she do?
I think, listen, if you're going to, you obviously have you have a certain view, you want to speak your mind, and you're going to be a lawyer, and I think you need to fucking stand up, even if you disagree. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. As a lawyer, you're going to take an oath to represent those certain, those people and their interests, whether you agree or not agree. So you got to have a strong personality, and why not do it now in law school? And when I went, it was anonymous grading, so I don't think it's going to affect your grade. But if you handle it in an eloquent way and in a nice way and get your point across, I don't see anything wrong with it. And if they try to oust you or whatever it might be, big fucking deal. It's not undergrad. It's where you're going out and socializing with these people. It's law school. You're there to study, take an exam, and then get the bar exam. So it's different. It's different socially than if you were an undergrad as a young kid.
Even if then, why would you want to hang out with people that are so different from you? I agree. I think you should just be the person you are. And if they're not going to kick you out of the school.
Right, and there's a way to say it.
You pay to go to this school.
I think there's a way to say it. And I think if you say it in an articulate fashion, but I get it because when I speak to people, and I have a very strong way, and not always, obviously not a filter, but I do understand what you're saying because when you can't speak your mind, but they can always speak their mind. It just makes no sense to me. So I do understand what you're saying, but I still think you should speak your piece and. You don't have to beat a dead horse and fuck them. Don't literally fuck them. But if they don't listen, if there's a problem, who cares?
Yeah, I agree. Just whatever.
And it's law school, and I think you gotta, otherwise we're never gonna take back our country, so to speak, and our freedoms and liberties and First Amendment rights. So I think we got to start somewhere, and we need more people like you that want to speak up and actually do it.
Like, you're not going to law school to make friends with the people. You're going there for your classes.
Correct. Who cares
It
about
doesn't
that?
matter.
I agree.
Okay, here's another one. This is from Jordan. So I have a house in the same neighborhood as my parents and younger siblings, and it's a neighborhood full of drama. My mom told me that my little sister, who's 10 years old, went over to her friend's house recently to hang out. My mom called the parents to make sure someone would be there to watch the kids, and they said they would be there while the kids were playing. Come to find out, the parents had a party with a bunch of other parents in the neighborhood and got shit-faced drunk and assigned my little sister to watch everyone's kids.
Are they live?
Do they live
in Boca?
No, they live in St. Augustine, Florida.
Okay.
He said, my parents later found this out, but the worst part is that my sister later told my mom that night that the father of her friend that she was there to play with kept going up to her and taking her to do that little trick where you point at someone's chest and make them look. Oh, the made you look. Where you point at someone's heart and then they look down and then you run your finger up their face.
It's a little creepy.
So he said, anyway, he kept doing that to my sister and actually touching her every time. This is a 30-plus-year-old man and a 10-year-old girl. It's creepy. And now since my mom confronted them about it, they've turned the whole neighborhood against my parents, calling them liars and all sorts of things. What should I do? And how can I show these idiots that this man is a creep?
Wow.
Oh, God.
There's a lot in that one.
I mean, I think fuck that family for drinking around the kids and leaving the kids alone when they said that they wouldn't.
Yeah, well, if you want to be a real dick, you fucking report those parents.
Why?
You can't leave minors to watch themselves.
You can't leave a kid in a house unattended? That's illegal?
Illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone always has to have eyes on a child, always?
You can't leave mine like a young kids like that. I'm 15-year-old difference. So you can't leave like
but where do you draw the line? A minor's a minor.
No.
What's the law? Is it 11, 15, 18? You can't a 10-year-old if there's a 10-year-old at home and you run out because you need to grab something and you trust the kid, that's illegal? There's no way.
I don't know. It's a good
Again,
question.
It's up to the parents. Parents should make the decision for their own house, not the government.
No, but there is
call back to the earlier conversation.
Yeah, but this is a little bit different.
Why? Because a child being endangered? Same could be said in a medical practice or medical procedure. I agree. A 10-year-old child shouldn't be left alone, but I don't know if like will these parents be arrested because
No, I don't
because
wanna
their
do that
neighbor
either,
said they left them alone.
The cringy. That's the other thing's a cringy thing. I think it will.
Especially if the daughter told you, like if
Daughter
your
felt it.
sister felt uncomfortable by it, then that means it was definitely uncomfortable.
Something's wrong, and all the time. It's not one time.
Although
Major
that-
look.
Right.
You know,
If the 10-year-old girl felt uncomfortable by a dad doing that, then that means that there was something
something's
else.
weird. So here's my thoughts. I think that the whole neighbor thing will die down. That's just the way it is. I mean, they'll move on to the next topic in a week.
And also, these people seem like losers anyway, so who cares what they think about you?
But I definitely would not let your sister over there, period, ever again. Ever again. What's the point? Do not be around that guy. Do not be around that family. They sound like a bunch of fucking losers, and the father sounds like a creep.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? I mean, but that's crazy shit.
Yeah, it's also funny. Like, I've just been thinking with these two, like people submit all these fatherly advice, and it's their perception of the event, right? Like, I didn't realize that until just now. Like, we're giving advice based on.
Of course.
No, I know that's just an interesting thing to keep in mind. Like,
Well,
that last one was Sarah. I'm not discounting your experience, Sarah, at all, but like she might be fully wrong. The people in her class might be normal and not trying to subvert her views, and she just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that that's the case.
But you understand, but
that's what this
but
whole thing is.
that's
for
why when Sarah brought that up, I said you don't know all the facts. For example, maybe she's heard all those comments, and therefore that's why she's saying she's feeling uncomfortable and knows that if she opens up in opposition to them, they're going to come jump down her throat and try to lynch her. Anyone asking for fatherly advice is giving their opinion,
Of course, no, and
just based upon how they perceive the facts.
and that's what all life is, anyways. It's always perceived through a person.
But
That's any story is your
correct, of
point
course,
of view of the
correct.
story.
But here, the 10-year-old girl, where the father's doing that and touching her and doing that, that's objective.
No, it's not, because the girl told the family that.
If the guy did that,
Right, but the mom didn't witness the guy doing it. The girl told the mom that it happened.
I understand.
So it's not objective.
No, but
Again, it's the perception through this girl.
no, but if he did it, there's no. That's if he did that numerous times, that's black and white.
It could be innocent. He could just be like an awkward dad that thinks a 10-year-old girl is like a 4-year-old girl and is like, like I do that with Zerai and it's innocent.
Yeah, but
I agree with you.
she's a
I'm just
3-year-old.
playing-
She's like our family.
I'm just playing devil's advocate a bit with it, but because I agree with you. That is creepy objectively. And if the 10-year-old girl felt
Something's
uncomfortable
going on.
by
Something's
it, then
going on.
something made her uncomfortable.
Because she wouldn't think a 10-year-old girl, I don't think would necessarily have the insight if it were one or twice, like, oh, it's funny. But if it's having no time, but for a 10-year-old to be so intuitive about it, it's weird.
Right, but also, like a 10-year-old could just say that it happened, and then now the mom is like, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole thing of like, who do we believe in a sexual assault case? Because that's like a whole fucking other thing.
Your voices are funny.
That's my normal voice.
Who do we believe? No, it wasn't. So you switched cups, I see. You alternated?
I said in the last episode. Oh God, is that a chip?
No.
I said in the last episode that I was going to
Is it?
switch cups each
Yeah, you did.
episode.
Can you clean
so I
it?
did that.
Did it come off?
It's
All right, it comes off good.
it came off.
Good.
Yeah. It came off. So wait, this is wood under paint, right?
This is painted like lacquer, yeah.
Right, but there's just wood under there,
Yeah, what else would you think it would be?
like plastic or something.
Who built a plastic?
It looks like plastic. It's
Because of the high shine. It's like
Yeah.
a lacquer.
yeah, no, it looks like it's plastic.
Look good.
Yeah. Okay, I had another thing on here that I want to talk about. Where was it? Oh, this guy.
Okay.
We can talk. Do you want to talk about like a weird guy that like you might be grossed out by, or like a conspiracy theory type thing?
Weird guy. I don't want to get into heavy stuff.
Okay, I think the weird guy is probably heavier.
Really?
The other one's just like we'll do the weird guy. You chose weird guy. So there's this guy named Anthony Alfredo.
Okay.
He's this Italian dude,
Really? I did not know that.
but like from Italy,
Okay.
like fully Italian.
Okay.
And he, over the last couple of years, has been like undergoing these transformations. Basically, he wants to be an alien.
Oh God.
And so he calls himself the Black Alien, and his Instagram has recently got really big. He's been doing this for years, but like no one was paying attention, and now he's big. He has like over 1 million followers, and it's called the Black Alien Project. And he has transformed his body through
it's gonna
surgeries
me
and
out.
all this shit.
How old
and
of a
he's
guy
so
is
weird.
he?
I don't know.
How'd you find this?
It's just he's all over. Like you just see him on TikTok and Instagram and the internet. Here's his Instagram, the Black Alien Project, and it's like all the font is weird. So like, look at this guy. Let's see. He's got 1 million followers. Here's what he looks like right now.
Oh my God.
Any sound on this?
Oh my.
So explain what he looks like to people who are just listening.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Bronson.
You got to explain what you're.
I don't know.
You're watching.
It's okay. First of all, I want to say something. Someone did this?
Yeah, a normal dude.
A doctor did this?
Oh yeah.
First of all, make it big. I want to see this.
He goes to South America. So this is. Wait, let me
Oh
read the
my
caption.
God! By the way, you have to go on. You have to watch this on YouTube. You can't describe this.
So this says the caption is: "My greatest victory is not in my transformation, her and in what it gives to certain people." He's foreign. So when there are young and old who come up to me in the street or write to me by message saying, "Thanks to you, I am out of my depression and I am no longer afraid of the gaze of people." So weird. And then
oh my God!
on each post, he describes how much his transformation is. So he said, "Black Alien Project Evolution, 36%." He's 36% transformed.
36,000%.
So you got to explain what.
All right. By the way, you can't. I'm going to try, but you can't. You must go. You must look this person up. You must go on our YouTube and see this. This guy's skin, first of all, is like a light gray blue with white in it.
He's trying to be black. It's Black Alien Project.
Well,
so
it's not
He's
black.
trying to dye his skin black.
Okay.
I mean, like, look here. Here's another video. He's his skin's pretty black in that.
What's with his hands?
Yeah. So that's another. Recently, he got a surgery to remove his ring finger and his pinky finger so that it looks like he has claws. So here, look.
Oh my God! I've never seen anything like this ever in my life. Ever.
He got his finger.
Ronnie.
Oh, he's French, not Italian. Anthony Lofredo. Oh, I thought his name was Anthony Alfredo. His name is Anthony Lofredo. Anthony Lofredo's surgery in a series of
Oh my
procedures.
God! I have chills.
So let's see. There's a picture of him before. So now he has full normal fingers, normal hands. I mean, that was out. He came out of surgery.
Oh my God! The guy. Look at his skin. Look at him there.
He cut off the last two fingers on his hand. And that was at 34%. Here.
Who would do this?
These are doctors.
What
Where did he
doctors
go?
would do this?
It'll say.
It's like in a basement somewhere?
Um,
Oh, he's some fucked up individual. Oh my God, I got such heebie-jeebies. Bronny.
so what it says here, because you still haven't described.
I can't describe him. I don't know. I'm
It
speechless.
says here, he has undergone getting his nose and upper lip cut off. Did you realize that he doesn't have a nose? His nose is just two holes in his head. Look. He got his nose.
Oh my God, Bron, I can't look
shaved
at
off.
it. I can't look at it. I can't look at it, Bron.
Here he is after the surgery. He's got
What do you put in there?
things
Legos?
in his head, under his skin, like
Round things.
like ball bearings almost, it looks like, to give his head texture.
I'm so
There's a
grossed
good
out.
picture of him that you could see. You could see the whole thing. So his skin is black.
Tattooed black.
He has no nose, no upper lip. He has like
His ears. Where's his ears?
Yeah, he has no ears. You're right. Wait, where are his ears? His ears are like scarred over or something. Yeah, he doesn't have ears.
God, I'm grossed out. Fuck, I gotta watch something happy now. I'll dream.
Yeah,
about
that's
this.
why I said this was kind of
Oh,
heavier.
this was a mistake.
Here's what he looked like before. Okay, I don't want to play this. Oh, here's an evolution. Normal dude,
God.
spiky hair. Okay, now he's.
Wow, something's wrong with him.
I'm sorry for people who are just listening because you can't even explain
I
what
can't
we're
explain
watching.
him. I'm sorry, guys. You have to go.
It's hard to explain.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We got to watch some.
What's scary is that
Oh my
that's
god. He
only
walks the
30.
str-
That's only 36%. What does this say?
Bronny,
I don't know.
I've never in my life.
So like,
I never saw it.
he said in 2017 he told French paper Midi Libre, from a very young age I've been passionate about mutations and transformations of the human body. I had a click when I was a security guard. I realized that I was not living my life the way I wanted. I stopped everything at 24 and left for Australia. I love getting into the shoes of a scary character. I often settle down somewhere and play a role, especially at night in the dark streets. I explore the contrast between the role I play and myself. He's a sociopath.
Yeah,
he said he likes to go play a role and settle down somewhere, especially at night in the dark streets.
He's fucked up.
Get into the shoes of a scary character.
He's fucked up. Bronny, I've never seen it like that,
my
Bronny.
God.
I've never seen it like that. Have you? Have you ever seen anything like
No.
this?
Who would have ever...
How do you describe this?
You can't. And so he's been doing this over the years.
Wow. Oh my God,
There's a before and after.
Bronny.
Oh, he dreams of removing his skin and replacing it with metal, as well as modifying his arms, legs, fingers, and the back of his head. Despite his startling appearance, he says he has no problem attracting members of the opposite sex.
I'm grossed out.
Oh my God.
Bronny.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's...
Bronny.
I just saw that and I was like, I gotta bring this up.
I'm blown away.
Mm.
I'm telling you, my back has that feeling behind it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like that,
cold sweats?
Like
tingly?
chills, and I'm grossed out.
Yeah, I should have gone with the fun conspiracy theory. And that fun conspiracy theory, which we'll say for next episode, was about the Mandela effect. So I don't think you know what that is.
No, I don't.
But I'm sure a lot of people listening do. So
Well, want to talk about it now?
no, we'll save it.
Bronny, I've never in my life. I'm fucking blown away.
Yeah.
I'm a little nauseous.
Yeah, I got a little like cold
Queasy.
sweat watching that or looking at that.
I'm disturbed. That's
Yeah.
scary.
We'll start to end on a disturbing note for all of you.
No, what do we?
We started on the brink of war and we ended on alien mutations.
There's something wrong with that guy.
Oh,
significant.
obviously. Yeah. He's fucked up.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have daughters.
Why?
That's scary shit. You
Oh,
gotta
because
worry
a guy
about
like
crazy
that?
people.
Oh. Yeah, but there are girls that are super crazy too.
And like, you ever see the Catwoman? Photos of the Catwoman?
The Catwoman.
Yeah, type in and you'll see the
Type in cat. That's like there's so many cat. Like, what are you talking about?
this woman who does.
Oh, you're talking about who
surgery,
like did the
the
surgery?
mutation. Oh my God! Like fuck.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I thought you were saying.
Look at her, Bron.
Where have you seen the Barbie? But
Yes.
there's Barbie and there's the Ken doll.
Never saw Cameron. I saw Barbie.
Have you seen the guy? This is a great
Wait,
one.
look at her, Bron.
I have a great one for you.
Let me see.
Yeah, she's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Jocelyn Wildenstein. Fuck a Jew.
No,
God damn.
no. Look at that.
Ugh. You know the group BTS?
No.
They're like Korean pop. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
that bit. They're
Yeah.
one of the singers in that group. His name is Jimin, I think. And there's this guy. There's this British dude who is so in love with Jimin that he has altered himself to look just like Jimin.
Okay, you know that's fucking retarded.
And he considers himself Korean now. He's a white, let's see, Jimin plastic surgery fan. Oh yeah, it's right here.
What's with people?
This guy.
Show
He
me.
says, I'm finally Jimin, or I'm finally Korean. He got 18 plastic surgeries to look like Park Jimin. In recent years, there's no denying K-pop, blah, blah, blah. I want to know what his name is. Ollie London, an Instagram star, reportedly underwent 18 cosmetic surgeries. The internet personality who identifies as Korean and chooses to use they, them, their pronouns chose to get the latest plastic surgery to look like Jimin.
Idiot.
He said, hey guys, I finally... Oh, here, let's just watch his video on it.
Or anyone online as British because I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country. That's exactly how I look now. And I also identify as Jimin. That's my Korean name. But not only that, I know it's a little bit confusing for some people. Nobody's ever come out as Jimin or Korean, but this is something that you guys know if you follow my journey for the last 8 years. I really struggled with identity issues, with who I am. You know,
You're a fucking
So also,
moron.
he still fully looks. He doesn't look Korean at all.
He's a
He looks like
moron.
a white dude who got a black eye.
Yeah, moron. A bad nose job.
I love how he goes, I identify as Jimin. That's like me saying, I identify as Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I identify as Donald Trump. I am Donald Trump now. I am.
This world.
He said,
This
I've been
world.
trapped in the wrong body, but finally I'm Korean. I can be myself, and I'm so, so happy. Here's another one. The caption is transracial.
안녕하세요. 저는 지민입니다. Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a brow lift as well.
With his British
So
accent.
I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped
Idiot.
in the wrong body for
Do you
8
think
years.
he's fucking with people?
I think he's a fucking look. Even the look of the lips, huh? Brian, that's hysterical.
He said, nobody would do this for attention. Nobody would go through this much pain, this much suffering. But yeah, that guy's like Ollie
That's
London.
hysterical.
Yeah, so that's another weirdo.
Show
The
me the
world's
Barbie and
fu-
Ken.
Ken, plastic
people.
surgery guy. I think he holds the record for the most.
Oh my god, this world is
Yeah.
crazy.
This guy.
Did he cut his penis off? And
Rodrigo.
Flat? Is he flat like every?
Well, that's the Barbie doll, Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo. Oh, he transitioned fully to a girl. He used to be a guy, then he became a Ken doll. Now he's Barbie.
Where did he get the money for this shit?
Jessica Alves made a name for herself after spending thousands of pounds on plastic surgery to look like a Ken doll. I don't know if that was a burp or a hiccup or.
Doesn't matter.
Jessica, formerly known as Rodrigo, altered her appearance to look like a Barbie doll.
You would never know it's a guy.
That's what. Yeah, that I've known that. Oh my god, that's what he used to look like. Oh my god.
Has some feminine traits there, though, huh?
You think? Oh my god. And that's what he. Wow. Okay, here. You ready for this? 8,000 pounds on Botox, 30,000 pounds on nose jobs, 3,000 on liposuction, 10,000 on pec implants, 22,000 on fake six pack, 7,000 on fillers to his arms, 5,000 hair transplant, 7,000 laser lipo, 6,000 leg lipo, 3,000 calf shaping. Fat transfer to give him a Brazilian bum, an SMAS facelift, reported to have recently undergone a $28,000 procedure to remove 4 floating ribs.
Oh my god, people are disturbed, dude.
Oh my god.
Is that her?
Yeah, this is her now in the
What do
video.
you say? Looks like a girl. Not there.
Doesn't sound like a girl.
Questa è la designer e stilista Brenda. Brenda, grazie mille. Sei favolosissima.
At least make your voice higher if you're. He's talking. Grazie mille.
Everyone, I'm ready to rock and roll today. This is Federica, who took care of my hair.
Oh my god.
Right, at least like if you're gonna become a
Wow.
girl, talk higher.
Wow.
I'm a girl now.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a scary world we live in. I think the government's less of our problems than this shit.
Yeah, people are
This
fucked
is
up.
fucking crazy.
without the government.
Oh my god, I got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we'll go to
Scary.
bed.
I can't go to bed. I have
Well,
to watch something light.
What are you
and-
gonna watch?
and-
You finished Cougar Town.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch some Seinfeld.
I don't love
You should
Seinfeld.
watch Peacemaker. I think you'll like it.
Is it an hour episode?
Yeah,
It's too long for me right now.
watch half of it.
Yeah, I can't watch half. I gotta
All right.
I gotta pay some bills.
All right.
All right, love you, Bronny.
Love you too. Happy birthday, Dad.
Thanks, buddy. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.